Hello, how you doing today? Welcome to another episode of Ubuntu and Open Source. Introduction to Computers, my Freespire. So, this is a Linux operating system, my Freespire. And today I'm going to take you around it, show you what's similar or the same as you would find in a Microsoft Windows operating system, and what's a little different. So what's different is that, as you can see, I right-clicked on the top and went to Panel Preferences. So this is Panel 0, where the dotted red lines are going around. And Panel 1, the dotted red lines come around to the bottom one. That's Panel 0. And so I can lock the panel, which means I can't move it, or I can unlock it. And as you can see, there's some dots, horizontal dots here to the left and right. Now I can move it up and down. So it's not locked anymore. I can change that it's horizontal or vertical. I like it to be horizontal, right where it's at. Desk bar. Again, I like the horizontal. Automatically hide, always. With the panel, okay, let's go ahead and do that. So automatically hit it. Panel preferences. As you can see, when you're in panel preferences and there's dotted red lines going around, it's not going to hide. Intelligibly. This I can better show you in panel 1. If I go back to panel 0, put that to never. So panel 1 has been set for intelligibly. So if I launch this is my file browser. It's called Thunder. If I do maximize, it's supposed to hide it. Intelligibly. There it goes. I guess even if the panel preferences are in panel 0, panel 1, it doesn't matter. It's gonna come back, even though I'm preferences on panel 0. Okay. Close this back out. So that's intelligibly. Again, this one I like to do never. Row size, pixel sizes, in other words, number of rows, length, 10%. Of course, this is for panel 1. For panel 0, it's at 100%, meaning it's going all the way across. Appearances, I usually keep none. Pick a background image if I want to. This here alpha, there we go. You can see it changes. Items. So let's talk about the items. Now I'm going to start from right to left on both panels, 0 and 1. Action button, as you would find in Mac OS 10. I can even write properties, show configuration dialog, and I can set them to whatever these are. Lock switcher, sessions menu, action button, or it can just, as you can see, there's action buttons going all the way across. I prefer the session. As you can see, it has the name up here too. The next plugin is the weather. Right click, do properties, location, measure and appearance, scroll bar. That's what you see happening now. Wind direction east, 4 miles per hour. Now the temperature and precipitation. And a little icon here for the weather. Date and time. Now, mind you, everything on here on the right, I'm considering it to be the notification area. These are our panel plugins, and you can put them wherever you want. Like I can move the date all the way across if I wanted to. But I like to keep it all kind of together over here. If you click on the date and time, you get the calendar, just like with any operating system. You get a calendar of some kind. Indicator plugin. These have indicators to show things that need to be indicated, like the message menu, sound menu, application indicator, and you can hide them. Notification area. This one you're going to be able to see, like if I had a file transfer, or as you can see, simple screen recorders in there. I can hide it or show it if I want to. Top menu. This is the application that I had to install. So when I do my file manager, it sort of mimics Mac OS X. Instead of the menu bar being in here within the file manager, you know, above the toolbar here and below the window bar here, or the title bar, it's up here in my panel. So if I click on that, I can go to Edit and Invert Selection. And as you can see, the panel preferences does not have a menu bar or toolbar. Window menu. Show workspace action, show workspace names, enable urgency notification in case there is any kind. I can use an icon or an arrow, as you can see up there, and it changed. I like to show icon because right now what's active or in focus is panel preferences. If I go to the menu bar, and I go here, what becomes focus is my file manager, Thunar. Let's close some of these out. I had no idea some of these were there. And what's minimized is software updater. I sort of kind of minimized that. So I'm going to minimize this. And then desktop, show desktop. Just like as you would find in another Windows desktop environment. Show desktop. Then the whisker menu. Now Linux, all menu launchers are kind of similar but different. This one has the features of favorites. I can right click, remove from favorites, or go back to graphics since Lightzone is graphic as a graphic editor. Add back to favorites. And I can move it around, place it where I want to. Recently used. I can relaunch HTOP since that was recently used here. All. Now these are all the applications that are available to me in this particular operating system that I have installed. Now this is the part that's pretty much similar from all down the line, because it breaks the software applications either to all of them or down into categories: accessories, Chrome apps, education, game, graphics, internet, multimedia, office, settings, system, and line. So in Office, I have all these applications. And so that was the whisker menu, panel 1. Now you can see it's all in the red dots. And its items are plugins, applets. This is the trash applet. Let's reopen this one. Let me show you something here. Copy, paste. And if I move this to the trash, I need to come out of my panel preferences for a second. And see now the icon trash can here has changed. There's something in there. Now I can empty it if I want to. I'm going to say empty. Back to panel preferences. Back to panel 1. And items. Workspace switcher. This is a different workspace called graphics. There's Office. www. And so with Workspaces, which is neat, I can drag and drop things. Menu directory. This is like stacks. Again, it opens up my file browser, file manager into that directory. System monitor, that's these guys right here going up and down. And the uptime, which has been 47 minutes currently. Network monitor. Let me close this out right here. And I'm going to go up here. You can even search in Whisker menu. I'm going to go to Software Updater. When it launches and starts, here we go, you can see the activity for the network monitor. And as you can see, it's seeing what needs to get updated. And .bar X, that's this guy right here with all the applications. This is the application that I had to install that enables me to see that if I launch the application, it's been launched. You can barely see that there's an arrow underneath it. Let's see if I can change that. .bar X preferences. And how do I change that? I change that by going into appearances. Let's try classify. There we go. See, now you can see the appearance of the icon has changed. And if I close it out totally, so it's different. And so that's the panels, top and bottom, the 0 and 1. Let me go ahead and do these updates. Anything, yeah, I'll go ahead and install updates. And now I'm going to minimize that while that's working. So I'm going to show the desktop itself. Right click, and I get all these. This is where Linux has its advantages of being customizable. Now this is the folder I created for my wallpapers. And if I go to other, I think it was XFCE background. Here we go, backdrops. And these are all the wallpapers that are available that are really here for default. These are the default ones that came with Freespire. As you can see, I sort of kind of modified that one. That's the default one. And I created my own folder. Oops. Other. Wallpapers finished. So you can highly customize wallpapers and put them in your own folder, and there you go. Just keep on adding more wallpapers to that folder, you have more options. Include applications menu in the right click. So if I right click, now if I right click, there's nothing. I like to have that option of menus there. Show windowless menu in desktop middle click. I don't have a middle click. This is a trackball. Show add, remove workspaces and lists. So if I come here to icons, I can really have fun with my desktop. Minimize applications. You can see the software up there is minimized. So if I click on it, it's not minimized anymore. As you can see, even in .barx, there's sort of like an application here of the update process. Or I can go use this file launch icons, which shows your standard desktop icons, trash, home, network, computer, for these default icons. I like to have none, because everything I need is pretty much down here in panel 1. Okay, so we're going to launch a file manager, Thanar. Things that are the same in the window, like the close, maximize, restore, minimize, the window title bar right here, file manager, then the window button. Maximize, minimize all other windows. So you have all these options. In Linux, you have more options, like roll up the window or roll down the window. That's sort of same because you have a Windows menu, but different because of the options that Linux has. And as you can see, the toolbar, as I showed you earlier, if I click on public, whoops. There we go. If I click on public, I can go to edit and invert selection. And then the toolbar is still here. And you still have the right side. Where right here everything is same but different. Desktop, trash, network browser. So you have the left sidebar still. And the status bar on the left on the bottom. 15 items, free space. So if I go to documents, right click, copy, just like I showed you earlier, paste. Now there's 4 items instead of 3. Move the trash, back to 3 items. So it shows you the free space and the number of items here. Same but different. Now I'm going to launch LibreOffice, just as you would find in a Linux, Windows, or Mac system. You still got the close, minimize, maximize, restore to the right here. The window title bar, which enables you to move if you click on it. The the menu bar. And there's no toolbar since nothing's currently open, Writer, Cal, or Impress. These are the recent files here. So if I click on it, that's what loads up. And then what changes is your your toolbar for that particular application. This here left sidebar called Navigator. If I press F5, it goes away or it comes back. You just toggle F5 and it toggles too. On the right sidebar, you have Properties, Gallery, Navigator still, so you can have Navigator on either side if you want to. Properties. So these are the things that are particular to this application, LibreOffice Writer. The right sidebar, the left sidebar, the document here itself, and the toolbars. View, rulers. So now I have rulers vertically and horizontally. Then what's also common, just as if you saw in this here, there's a status bar. Same here, there's a status bar. Page 1 of 1. 3 words, 20 characters, default style, English, standard selection. Document has not been modified since last save. So if I were to save it, document has not been modified since last save. So now it changed. And what's particular to this application is over here. Change a single page view, multi-page view, book view, or you can zoom out or zoom in. So, there you have it. Freespire. Thank you.